The 3v1 rondo is a great way to work specifically on triangular possession sequences, but it also improves the fundamentals for players at all levels of the game, from grassroots up to professional standard, providing it is done with focus, intensity, and quality. The exercise addresses players' first touch, body position, angles of support, weight of passing, and decision making under pressure. In terms of setting up the exercise, bibs are ideal space markers as they don't impact the roll of the ball, but you can use cones or even just estimate the space if you don't have cones or bibs. There are lots of variations to this exercise, and by altering the number of touches players are allowed, for example, you can work on different aspects of their technical qualities and decision making. Allowing unlimited touches makes it easier to keep possession, and of course this mimics a real game, where there's no limit on touches. But there are also benefits from placing touch restrictions on this exercise. By restricting players to 1 or 2 touch, for example, they have to move the ball relatively quickly before they are closed down. They still have the option of playing either 1 touch quickly, or controlling the ball and playing with 2 touches instead. The mandatory 2 touch option requires that each player take 2 touches every time they receive the ball, and this means that players need to pass the ball firmer to ensure the receiving player has time to control and then move the ball with their second touch before they are closed down by the defender. As well as touch restrictions, you can also manipulate the size of the space by going as small as a 4-yard square or increasing to a maximum of a 10-yard square. You should adjust the size of the square based on the age and skill level of your players, as well as your needs in terms of what you want to get from the exercise. A smaller space is more difficult and forces quicker thinking, whereas a larger space gives you more time, less pressure, and the option to work on passing the ball with more power. A couple of key things to notice. Player movement and positioning are important to give the receiving player an angle for 2 options to pass. This obviously makes it difficult for the defender to read and then intercept either option. Receiving the ball across your body with your back foot is also important, and while it can't always be done based on the angle and proximity of the defender, players should aim to receive the ball across their body with their back foot as often as possible. This is another fundamental and what you would consider a basic exercise, but don't underestimate how important it is. The more you do it, the better your players will become at keeping the ball in tight spaces, and you'll see this transfer over into games.